If Bulk and Skull had somehow kept their Ranger powers and officially joined the Mighty Morphin Team, the first team of Rangers would have likely set a lot of different precedents that in canon wouldn't be established until much later in the franchise, like a team with over 6 Rangers, or simply making purple and orange colors we'd always associate with Rangers, long before they were officially used in SPD and Jungle Fury. Beyond that, because of how interconnected the Zordon Era was, the question would eventually come up of whether or not the duo would continue their work as, or at least supporting the Rangers, through the retirement of some of the original team, or the discovery and shift to the Zeo, Turbo, and eventually in space powers. As for what we can definitely say, it's fairly easy to conclude that an MMPR team with 8 Rangers on it would give Rita and Zedd an incredibly hard time. And if we were to take the time, sit down, and analyze every episode in Monster of the Week with this setup, we'd more than likely find some point in which Rita, Zedd, and their forces could have been defeated a lot earlier, changing the timeline and possibly having lasting effects on the Morphing Grid forever, as we could even easily see the power coins never retired in this continuity. Even if that doesn't happen, the Dunder-headed duo could still serve well as support like Billy would become in the Zeo era, or perhaps by helping the Blue Senturion as fellow officers of the law in Turbo, since overall, a lot of the story would still be about taking them from bullies and turning them into heroes. Redemption, however, would only come through responsibility and selflessness, through going out of their bumbling personas a bit, and even taking training and mentorship from the more veteran Rangers diligently and openly. There would also likely be some tension and conflict with the other Rangers as growing pains, but the benefits of Bacondon and Featherdactly power to form a Bulk Skull Megazord would make up for it, I'm sure. Another amazing aspect would be the two's position as not your typical material for Rangers, with very unorthodox and unique fighting styles. That could have a grand effect on future Ranger teams, also causing them to be a bit more open to new recruits and support. Like imagine Tommy going on to recruit Devin and Cassidy onto the Dino Thunder team, specifically because of his experience with Bulk and Skull. Or think far into the future, where heroes like Ziggy from RPM, or Boom from SPD, may be given their chances to shine much sooner. It's undeniable that Bulk and Skull's characters are as synonymous with the franchise as some of its most iconic Rangers and Villains. So needless to say, despite seeming goofy on the outset, this only scratches the very surface of the power that will be discovered